the Sacp is going to contest local government elections. There's no turning back. I have no capacity to reverse this decision. No one in the Communist Party has the capacity to turn back this decision. It's a decision taken by Congress. The best we did as the leaders, trying to nurse internal alliance relations, was to delay the implementation. We could have implemented this decision by 2024 as per the decision, but we went on a long engagement process with our allies, the ANC and COSATU and SANCO, and internally also within the organization. But that process didn't yield appropriate results. So it is no longer in our hands. Whoever is a leader and member of the Communist Party, their main task is to focus on making sure that we will implement this decision, not to question it or even to debate it. We are implementing the decision as we speak. Of course, the 2026 election is not, 2026 is still coming, but we've taken the decision to implement. So we are now setting up relevant structures to respond to that, because as you know, we're not necessarily an electoralist organization. We have participated in elections through the ANC, so our identity has been subsumed under the ANC. Now we're going to have an open identity even in the elections, but keep the alliance with the ANC. The alliance, it's not an organization, it's an alliance of different organizations. So it will become much more stronger, strengthened by the real independence of each component of the alliance. The bottom line is that we are an independent organization. We're not breaking away from anybody. We're just asserting our independence. We remain in the alliance. What constitutes the alliance is the political program. First, to transform South Africa into a prosperous South Africa, into a non-racial South Africa, into a much more deeper democratic South Africa, unified as a non-racial society and non-sexist society. And if you look into the achievements over the last 30 years, you'll see that there's been many setbacks. And some of these setbacks have been self-inflicted. The moral decline of the movement and its leadership, questioned by society in terms of their conduct, the neoliberal economic trajectory that we have embarked on, in other words, handing over the economy to private capital that is not accountable to the public, and yet standing in front of the public, promising them this and that, and we've lost or we've thrown away the instruments of transformation and of development, keeping a hollow state that even when it speaks is meaningless. That's why majority of people have decided to stay away from participating in the elections. We'll debate, we'll talk about some of these things, but in the main, we'll focus on what's the difference between the Sacp and the ANC, because these are not the same organization. Yeah. So the program was common and shared. That's what we worked on, but we're not one organization. The ANC, they will decide. They've got their own structures. Their structures will decide what to do. They've got their own NEC, we've got our own central committee. These are distinct organizations. Insofar as the programs where they can converge, that's okay. But to the extent that we are taking this decision to assert our independence, that's also okay for us, and I don't think there should be a problem with them in that regard. But to the extent that they may have treated the Communist or Communist Party as an organization, as a substructure of the ANC mistakenly, they will then have serious worries about that. But if they look at the Communist Party as a partner in the prosecution of the National Democratic Revolution, then they will understand the class position that we are taking today. In any case, in our recent discussions with the ANC, they have acceded to some of the points that we are making, particularly about neoliberal economic trajectory, which in the past they were denying, but now they are acceding that perhaps they went a little bit too far and so forth.